Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming. Sorry I haven't done too many videos this week. It's been pretty hectic after coming back from the pop-up shop, which, like I said, was a blast. Hopefully I could do something with my wife. She wanted to kind of help me do like this Q&A thing, but we were getting the road finally paved, or at least part of it. And then I had some more internet brought in, which might allow me to do some live stuff now that we got internet over here. But I've got some consignments in. I've got some stuff that I bought. Some stuff that I bought quite a bit ago, like almost a month or so. And then at the very end, I want to show you guys a review for something that I got in. In fact, it was a guy that I met at Leonhardt's pop-up shop. His name is Min, and he gave a really good discount code for you guys to use if you want to use it. So I haven't done the follow-up with the PSA stuff yet, just because the checks doesn't come in. I'm kind of waiting for that. And once it does, I will definitely do that follow-up. All right, so the first thing I want to show you guys is I bought, I'm trying to get them out. There we go. So just bought some Ancient Muse. I saw these were down like 25 bucks in some places on eBay. So I went ahead and I started any place that would sell them to me for $25. I just went ahead and bought them at that price. I haven't checked in about a week, so maybe they're back around that price again. I don't know. Typically I keep them on my eBay for like $50 or $60. They sell very slow. It's not like I want to move them. This is one of those cards where if you get the right price, people will literally just buy out what you have, and that's pretty much what I do at the $25 mark right now. Mainly I keep most of these set back, but I sell them on eBay at that price because it's kind of like a market indicator for me. There's like a really small market, you know, at the $50, $60 range. However, there is still a market for it. I remember when Trey was with me over the summer, he said his at 40 and they sold through super quick, you know. And I told him, you know, if you want to play for like the long run, sometimes you have to price things a little bit higher, but there aren't too many items that I do that with at the moment. The old promos is one that, you know, you guys know that I really value, and Ancient Mute to me has always been one of those cards where kids, for the longest time, always thought this was the most expensive card out there. Like, I have the most rare card. I have the Ancient Mew, but in reality, this is not a rare card whatsoever. In fact, it's one of those cards where it's probably one of the most printed, one of the most ever printed. You can still find hordes of them and thousands in the, you know, that are still sealed. However, it is the popularity for this card is equally matched. It's kind of like the Charizard First Edition. Everybody wants this card. When I say everybody, a lot of people want this card. Kids, adults, people who play the game. Even now, it brings back memories for me, and I didn't even watch the movie. So, to me, that's why I went ahead and picked those up at that price. I can't tell you if it's a good market move or whatever, but I can tell you that there was a time when I was buying these things for $1 a piece. Bought them, used to buy them in bulk at $3 and $4 and $5 and then $10, and now it's $25. So I mean, it's a lot higher risk now than what it used to be. All right, next up, I bought this right here. I'm still going through all the different like Charizard tops variations that I have, and I'm working on E6 and some of the other ones like Trap Charizard. This is the black version. Right there, so it's got the black tops, so that's why it has like these dots on the foil. And there is a version for this that has the rainbow foil, and then you also have the regular blue, and then you also have the rainbow blue. And I can't remember what I have, but I don't think I have any of them in a 10, except for maybe one of the E6s. But you also have the same thing for like the non-holo. You got the blue and the black, and I think those are the 6 versions that you can get for the card. There may be more. I might just be completely blanking. I don't think you can get like the green or the red. I don't know if there's a UK version or not. You know, 5th print, any of that kind of stuff. Still learning myself, because it's different for each top set, like how many variations you can have. Picked up another one of these. Got it for a whole lot cheaper. Just to give you guys an idea, I think the first one I picked up for like, I want to say close to $1,000. Then it went down to like $800, $900, or maybe $700, $800, and then this one was only like $188. And there's still only like 5 in the pop or something like that, or 4, and I've got 3 of them. So like, I'm like the only market, and still, you know, the price has dropped off. I mean, like dramatically. So I don't know much about this card itself. I just know I wanted to pick one up the initial time, and then I saw another one. I was like, you know, I haven't seen one of these pop up, so let me just go and grab it. And then this third one was actually just me kind of testing the market to see how much it dropped. So that tells me like this is one of those cards that's, you know, a terrible investment, because there's really not that many people going for it. But and it's already super niche, and you know, but it does have a Charizard, so that's kind of cool. But I went ahead and picked it up anyways. Got a little bit of a story behind it, you know, just to see how, you know, I've lost like 80% of the original value of the first one that I bought just in a short time. All right, next up I have this right here. I won this on PWCC auctions. It says first edition, but it is actually an unlimited. And for those of you wondering, yes, that is a mermaid tattoo on my hand. It's one of those ones you just peel, stick, and lick, and then hold it for 60 seconds, and it's there. After my shower, it looks like it was kind of still there, but for those of you who are wondering, yeah, it's an Ariel. All right, but anyways, it's labeled incorrectly. I'll have to get it reholdered, but it is indeed the unlimited. So I only need one Charizard for the Wild Blades now, and that's the number 88. I think I got this one for $600 some, something like that. This is the one that I thought was going to be by far the most expensive, and I think the 88 should be in the $400-500 range. You know, if I find it in a buy now, but you know, I might pay a little bit more if it goes through auction. It might actually go for a little bit less because you can get the first edition for like $350 or something like that on eBay and PSA 10. But I don't want the first edition. I need the unlimited for Wild Blaze. I don't. It's one of those things. Again, it's like super niche. Like nobody really collects these cards other than, you know, some hardcore Charizard collectors. So if you see me show this kind of stuff, it's not like you should invest in everything that I'm investing. I'm just walking you guys through what I'm collecting. Now, something like this, bam. This is a card that, you know, everybody likes to go after, but this is a 6. I won this on Heritage probably a month ago. It took a while to ship out. I'm not really too sure. I'd won this and I'd won this. I think I'd won this for about $5,200, something like that. And after the buyer premium, it was over $6,000. And then we also have this right here. We got a brush fire deck. Feels like the deck is on the top half, which could be a good sign. But it doesn't have the damage counters, so that means it was most likely one of the versions that was meant to go overseas, or it was later on in case they wanted to ship overseas. It wasn't an issue because they had an issue with like the counters. You can see right here, it doesn't say 10 damage counters right there. It just says damage counters, and it doesn't actually show it in the pictures. But I went ahead and picked it up. Still like the brush fire deck, very cool. It was like after buyer premium, I think it was $186. Next up, we have here we got a consignment. These are all going to have CS14 in the title. Let's see, we've got a Pikachu from Expedition. We've got an Azumarill. These should already be live. Next up, we have a Charizard E6, and this one is the blue version. The blue version is considered the first print. And the reason I say considered because a lot of this stuff, you know, who knows? I hope that it was documented well, but it's not like I was checking this stuff right when it came out. So I hope the people that did document it back in the day, 20 some years ago, they did it correctly. All right, here we go. We've got an Entei. Now this is Neo Rev. It is Japanese, but it is a gem at 10. Got the Dark Feraligatr 9. Got the Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur all 10. All PSA 10s, anyways. Got a Victory Medal. Got the gold PSA 10. The Silver 9. And then we have the Victory Medal from 09. This is the Gem Challenge, just the Battle Tour, and a Gem at 10. These actually come back from a person's submission. I did get a few in this week, but it was only one with customer orders on it. Next up, we have Uniqlo Kids Pikachu, probably the most expensive card in this auction. Gem at 10. Got a Charizard 9 and 10 for the Elite Trainer box. Like I said, all those have CS14 if you just want to, kind of cut out some of the other stuff. But like if you search for Pikachu Uniqlo, I mean that's going to be probably the only thing that pulls up. All right, next up we have some more on consignment. These are actually some of those Japanese holos that were from the heavy packs in that Japanese base set box. And I sold a bunch of the other ones. He told me to keep one of each 10, and I did. Now he's wanting me to auction them off. So here we've got the Ninetales. You can see it's got the swirl there on the left side. Zapdos, got the swirl right there, the full swirl on the right side. Got the Machamp again on the right side, almost a full swirl. These are all going to have CS8 in the title. They should be live. Got a Magneton again, that swirl on the right side, almost a full one. Yes, we do have the Venusaur, and I'm going to say that is a full swirl. I mean, it looks like it kind of pulls through, but that's probably the best, one of the best placements for a swirl on the right side. Because he had two Venusaurs and he wanted to keep that one because of where the swirl was. And look, again, another swirl. So like all these have at least a partial or even a whole swirl. We got the Blastoise Gem at 10. Whoever won that Charizard from that box break that had an 8, then I told myself if they didn't pay for that one, I was going to see if I could snag it from the guy. Because, wow, that to me it looked like it was going to be an easy regrade if it did go back in. Because I did not see that getting an 8, and it did. So whoever got that, it was only like $300 and some, maybe it was $500. But It was either $391 or $502 or something in that range. Either way, I thought it was a pretty good deal. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys some stuff, and I actually want to show you some PSA graded cards along with it. But this is where I met Min. It was in Dallas. He said, I appreciate the conversation, kind words, and support. It means the world. Please tell your followers to use TCA5 for, look at that, 20% off on gradedguard.us. I'll send all this through an email too. Thanks again. Hope to see you soon, Min. And I just got this in like an hour ago, so I haven't waited for that email. But it was pretty cool to meet him. He was on IG, and he had sent me a message, and I basically said, no, not at the moment, or something like that. I get a lot of these offers, and when I met him at in Dallas, he was a really cool guy. Showed me some stuff. I actually got to see these things in person. I'm going to show them to you. So if you guys want to read through all this, you can. This is not a paid promotion. Like, if I get any kickback off of this, man, you just keep it yourself. You're not supposed to be giving me that. And I told him, you know, if he sent me some stuff, you know, I'd show it in the video, because when I saw him in person, they were really nice. And he just, look at this giant box. I mean, he put all kinds of things. So this is what it looks like. He said there were some other versions out there that are cheaper, but they're really not that great. And so I did like the quality of these. I'm gonna pull out a pink one. So it looks like there's a little plastic piece there we can pull off, but it's got like a screen on it. So these are some cards I just got in. So let me put a Charizard in there. Let's see how that looks. Charizard with pink. So I get this thing off. There we go. So you can see how like it guards it, but I like the way that it's raised, so that if you go set it down on something, it's hitting this, it's hitting that rubber. And I believe I have it on backwards. Or am I having it on backwards? No, I think I've got it on forwards. I think when we were looking at it, because he a guy, Swirl, he had brought like a Trophy Kangaskhan, a University Magikarp, and a Tropical Wind, and he was putting them in these things, and he had put it in there backwards, and I kind of agreed with him. I liked the way that it was looking backwards. But so let's get a different color on these. So he's got white. He said, what color is that? Is that kind of like a gray? Gray. I want to see a black. Let's do a black on one of these Charizards. I'll do the first dead Charizard with that. Sorry if this is loud. I'm not one of those YouTubers that's going to go back and edit out all the noise. He said all standard case colors are available for $12 each. Put it that way. There we go. Pops right in. That's nice and tight. I like that. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you protect the front of the case, or whichever side you want to. I wonder if you could put ones in here with the sleeve on it. You probably have to have a nice and tight sleeve, but we'll try it here in a minute. Oh, that looks nice. I like the way that sits with the rubber too. Let me see if he's got a red in here. Oh, there we go. We got a red. So put a Charizard in the red. So let's try that. But you gotta think, for 12 bucks, especially if you plan on displaying your products, like I can see how this would be very useful. I keep doing the wrong end. I need to cut my nails, but there's probably an easy way to do this, and I'm just I don't know, because I'm too lazy to read the directions. I'll read through everything. Alright, so we'll look how Charizard looks in here. Yeah, I like that red too. Let's do a blue with the Wild Blaze Charizard inside the case. So we'll test a few things at once. We'll do a new case, Japanese Charizard, new color. If I can get it. Alright. So this one has a case on it. Let's see how it looks. Alright, so it fits with the case in it. Oh yeah, so like all the crinkles and stuff you can see through on the back. You can see some of it back here, but the front side, it doesn't really affect it. So you can still protect that back side if you have a case on it, like a sleeve. Man, I like the way that blue makes it pop though. But anyways guys, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it, but if you are interested in these, like I said, he said use code TCA5. So code TCA5 and you get 20% off, and it's gradedguard.us. I'll put a link down there in the description, and I think he said they were 12 bucks each, cost effective, available for $12 each, and looks like he has them in all colors. So that's really cool. Anyways, I appreciate you sending this to me, man. I got a bunch more here. So I'm not testing out all the colors. I bet I like that yellow on something. Got greens. I like the way the colors pop really well. But I think this is great quality. Very nice and tight. I'm not worried about the card falling out or anything like that. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, thanks for sending us this, and hopefully you guys go check out the site and maybe you can protect your collection. Thanks.